Hello, my name's Alexei Novitzky, and today I'd like to read you a short section from The Infinite Pool of Experience and Awareness. So for today's video, I want you guys to see it as somewhat of a meditation exercise, okay? So basically, just kind of like sit quiet, relax, close your eyes, and just listen. A single electromagnetic wave might or might not be enough to create matter. However, if you were to consider the light state of any point in space and time, you'd see that space is extremely dense with electromagnetic waves coming in from all directions. Light state would be the current vector account of all electromagnetic waves within a certain volume. The smallest light state that could exist would be that of the Planck voxel. The biggest would be that of the universe. The human experience. Most likely any being reading this is human. That being written in red, it is extremely important to understand that our day-to-day three-dimensional reality that you see is completely constructed in our brains. Our bodies have 5 major senses that we use to construct the physical reality. Not all animals or beings have the same senses. Some beings use sonar to see. Some don't even have eyes. To go in the other direction, some beings may have senses that our brains cannot even comprehend. You could say, we measure intelligence by one's ability to express itself and solve problems. That is why we would say that an earthworm isn't that smart or advanced. You can literally just walk over and pick them up. Well, what does the worm think of piles of dirt or amoeba? The worm probably thinks that they're not very smart. Do your best to imagine being an earthworm and then being given the body and senses of a human. You would see a much grander picture than you could ever have possibly imagined. You would learn about stars and planets. You would learn how to construct telescopes, build and use computers. You would be an ascended worm master. So how smart or advanced are we as humans? Just imagine a being with the same gap in intelligence we have with worms, but to us. Imagine they can open portals and travel light speed with no technology. We live a very human experience, and because of that, we assume that all life must be made of matter. Matter is less than 1% of the entire construct of the universe. There is a good chance that there are beings that exist without matter. Life on Earth has filled every nook and cranny. Extremophiles inhabit the harshest regions and thrive. The further from earthly bodies we go, the less likely we'll recognize life when we see it. At the same time, the human and many other earthly forms may be common across all planets. Everywhere in the universe, hydrogen is hydrogen, helium is helium, and so on. So why wouldn't the human form be common in other habitats that are similar to Earth? There's more chance that in liquid environments you'd have fish-like beings. In the atmosphere you'd have birds and insects. In black holes, you might have natural time travelers. The easy user interface. When looking at reality with our bodies, we are given a solid physical environment in which solids remain solid and fluids flow naturally with time. The act of picking something up with your hand is a solid-on-solid interaction. That is true to you and to the earthworm. However, consider the human body to be an easy user interface that allows our mind and spirit to easily interact with the universe. It is easiest to see when comparing the human body and physical experience within the universe to a computer mouse and an operating system like Windows. On a computer, to open an application, all you need to do is grab the mouse and double-click. Then to type words, you just push buttons on a keyboard. It is very simple to make amazing things happen on a computer even if you have absolutely no clue how the computer works. All the programs that you've used your mouse for require hundreds, if not thousands of lines of code to operate and function properly. Take it a step further. Even the letters and symbols that construct the codes are made of the simple ons and off switches, the ones and zeros of the matrix. Operating systems make using the computer more user-friendly. That is your body, the easy user interface to the universe. In order to move an object, you just reach out and move it. The electromagnetic dance. What is really going on when you move? Is there not an electromagnetic light show going off in your brain? Is your body not massaging the universe with electromagnetism? The thought alone, I want to move my arm, even subconsciously, maybe with the first physical hint. It is a spark, a pulse of EM emanating from your spiritual center that then overlaps with the current light state of the universe. The resultant summation is a new physical structure in the solid crystal of the universe. Your arm has moved. The human body truly is the easy user interface to the universe. After all, the body is the mind's spaceship. The construct you have of reality in your head is a simplified, user-friendly version. Senses filter, minds construct, and bodies pulsate, all to make the universe seem as if there are solid boundaries to different objects. It is true in mind. However, in practice, we are in a state of constant manifestation. Manifesting through space. Time is relative to the mind experiencing it, as well as the frames of physical motion in which it lives. The perception of time a being requires is related to surviving and being able to interact with the surrounding processes. You need time to act and react, and so your perception of time is tuned to your environment and life cycle. It is a result of evolving on Earth, around the Sun, in an expanding universe. This is why objects seem solid. Our perception of time is way too slow to see the underlying processes of the universe. The hand is quicker than the eye. Well, the Planck second is much quicker than that, occurring at 10 to the minus 44 times a second. The Planck time is the amount of time it takes for a particle or wave traveling at the speed of light to travel one Planck length. It is said that there are more units of Planck time in 1 second than there are seconds in the known universe. This shows the amount of interaction simply required to move your arm is almost unfathomable, and at a certain time scale, for that of the Planck consciousness, takes an eternity.